Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. So I believe we just need to go to Cadaro Park now. I think. So I should probably deal with that. And then there was everything that do on Cadaro. It's gonna take, what, 3-4 videos? If it's anything like Vote. And then they're gonna send me back after I'm done. Cause, you know.
Now orbiting Gadara.
Yeah, I also remember. Yeah.
Standing order for all incoming ships. The port is a ceasefire zone by order of Sloane Kelly. She was head of Nexus Security.
Be ready for anything, and keep comms open. Should hear from our resistance contacts soon.
So, mountainous world originally settled by the Ankara, Kandara is now a haven for the Nexus head servers and pirates. In addition to this criminal element, the planet is plagued by toxic water caused by an atypical amount of sulfide minerals. So what you're saying is we need to fix the water? Also, by the way, yeah. Every time we enter, we get a stare into that. Yeah, because that's not threatening at all.
Incoming call. Patching it through.
There's been a development regarding the spy, Venturev. Rendezvous at Crawler's Song. Your contact's codename is Shayna.
Shayna, got it.
Okay.
That's one hell of a welcome sign.
Exiles have stepped up their game since the revolt.
Well, at least there's lights.
Not too shabby for folk who got kicked off the station with nothing to show for it.
But we should be allies.
Maybe we can get them back on our side.
We know they can fight Ket.
Our supplier's waiting. Come on, we're gonna be late.
Okay,
Do I even want to know?
Nope.
okay. Wait, why is it on that? No, that's better. But what was the crystal map supposed to be on?
We always do.
No more talking. I'm sick of your shit.
But I was supposed to be on, not that one. Oh. Okay, shit, where was it? Not that. Safe journeys. But what about that quest? Oh, right. I should download the quicker door access. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. What have I found? Shipping container. And that. Yay, we found the thing. Milky Way thing. That's what we have.
Getting shot at this time.
People, research center.
I get it.
Are they,
But no one leaves the port until their docking papers go through processing.
Docking papers, right. How much you want?
Look, personally, I've got no issue. That's an initiative ship.
Every Milky Way ship was initiative at one point.
Not anymore. It's not like I want the paperwork, but I gotta do my due diligence. You understand.
right.
Perfectly.
What's going on?
Everything all right?
Yeah, just greasing some palms so we can park the Nomad.
Want me to get involved?
Need any help?
Thanks, but I've got this. You just focus on the spy.
Yeah, just say that out loud, right? Oh. Wait, what? But, what? So that takes me to the Tempest. But, travel to the Kadar port. What? Oh, this is gonna piss me off, isn't it? Did I not travel to the Kadar port? Hello. Wow. The fuck? Okay. So you moved up at the you first landed on the planet. You can't first land on a planet. You have to travel there manually. The fuck? Wait, what?
What's up, Ryder? Why an emergency meeting?
What?
I didn't call it.
I did. Got some disturbing
What?
news while we were on
Trying to do
Kadara.
Christ.
There's some tension at the Krogan colony on Eladon. It's bad.
Tension
fuck
among
is
Krogan? You don't say.
I wouldn't waste your time with this if it wasn't important. We need to go.
I agree. Nakmor Morta made herself overlord of the colony. It's weird.
No. Our priority is the Archon. We have to remain focused on his next move.
Jall's right.
I know dealing with so many unknowns is frustrating, but we need to hear each other out.
Well, as long as we're pitching stuff, I overheard outlaws on Kadara talking about activity in the Ramov system.
No, that's the system where the Turian Golden World was supposed to be.
Remov? There aren't any viable planets there. Only an asteroid field with mining ventures run by criminals.
I hear Eladon's pretty rough too. Roving scavengers with nothing to lose.
Perfect. Because if there's one thing I do know about, it's fighting pirates.
We still have to find Van Terev.
Our goal is to create our home
I'm trying
here.
my best
You never know
not
how
to
something
lose
might
my
fit
shit.
in. Anyway, get Calla the nav points for both Eladon and that potential Turian Golden World. We want all our options ready to go. Hey! I didn't say dismissed or meeting adjourned or anything. Meeting adjourned, as you were.
Like, can you give me a few minutes to go do what I was trying to do? Girl. God, everyone wants to talk. Well, he wants to talk.
Are you sure about that, Lexi? We don't know how long we're going to need the rations to last. Even trading with Kadara and Aya, we don't have a reliable food source in Helios yet.
I'm sure you'll find a way.
Don't want to talk to Jaw. Jaw, what's up?
Hey, Jal.
What are you going to talk to my
Didn't mean to
quest
scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
Whatever gets you through.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone.
Ooh,
I have a
gifts.
list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
They might Vetra out.
She's a Turian. She might like something a little more hands-on.
Good to know. I'll think about that. Liam seems to like my Rofgin. I might sew him one.
He does?
Do Krogan like knives? I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Jal, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and skilled to you, but I'm not. or I don't feel like I am.
I feel like that a lot.
Good to know. Yes, thanks for sharing that.
Just be yourself.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to
So you've tried to feel like you
keep up.
Or important.
Right.
Gotcha.
Thanks for listening.
Hey.
You're one of us now, Joel.
Exactly. And it just runs back over though. Okay. You feel like talking, buddy? No? Yes? Maybe?
The Rokar go to Kadara and recruit the desperate. I've heard a Rokar recruiter weaving his magic. Even I was convinced.
Oh, let's talk.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
Before I go back to what I was supposed
Of
to be
course.
doing.
If I can answer them, I will.
Don't expect that.
Did you always want to be a fighter? Did you study anything particular in school?
No. I don't like to talk about it. But I'm not a fighter. Not really. The Ket occupation creates chaos. So our education is chaotic. I'm not really anything. But that's an excuse. The truth is, I don't know what I want yet for my life at my age. I hope being here will inspire me.
Well, what else do we have?
Can you tell me about your family? Assuming you have one.
What
Sit down.
kind of question is that?
This will
We
take
know
time.
he has a family. It's large.
Is someone bringing
Large,
us snacks and drinks?
Whoa, your family's that big?
Yes.
I have one true mother, Sahuna, and more than 5 additional mothers, and many, many, many siblings, and cousins.
That made sense.
All raised together. Our families constantly change and evolve. Relationships come and they go. My father is gone, taken, or killed by the Ket. We never found his body.
I'm sorry about that, Joel. I understand. I just lost my dad.
That was a while back.
Something in common between aliens, then. We are fatherless, yet we fight on. Anything else you want to ask?
Do Angara plan their futures? Do you dream about what you want to accomplish?
You put plan and dream in the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You meant to do that. Angara thirst for now. We don't strive to make the future better. We strive because the present is lacking.
Fail.
Well, enough about that.
Anything else I can
Do you have a mate? A
Oh,
partner?
Jesus, I didn't mean to ask
I don't. Not for a long time.
No.
Not for a long time.
I fell in love with a girl once. Aliyah.
Not get into, you know,
We were young.
stuff.
I was young. It was my first vassal on Aya. We worked on the same farm. She was a little older. A researcher. I can still hear her laugh and see her eyes. She kissed me and I was hers. Thrilled and seduced.
I have a bad feeling about this.
My older brother came to Aya. He was already famous in the Resistance.
No.
Where is Aaliyah now? Did she and your brother work out?
They came back to Haval, and she joined our family. She became one of the mothers.
You have to see her every day?
No. They were taken by the Ket.
Oof.
Their children survived.
Well, enough about that. I'll see you later, Joel.
Stay strong and clear.
Okay, so here's what I wanted to do.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Of course I fucking do. Any, like, seriously, game. Ryder had a breakthrough on the location of Zarya. Please come talk to me in the Tempest as soon as possible. Ryder, I heard rumors that scavengers on pieces of an Archon plank out and might be nothing but worth checking out. I want you to pick by Hell Pirates. My virus is successful and sandwich disconnected. That's the news. We're talking first. I've been close and sanctuary. Now point for our sanctuary and Kadara. The virus is on first step. Give a strong ally in future efforts. Night. Ryder, please see me on the Hyperion deck to discuss a sensitive matter. Of course, sure. Saying you got back from Kadara Park. There's a much official word from there. That's it. Can you give me a few on-camera details? Oh my god. My friends at Kadara sound less tips for saving that was most common sense, but that was some gems. Not sure the charge and is asking is dangerous. We were careful to Sloan and anyone who works for politics Kadara lists about who's got the biggest stick and more about who's one to use as if they have in creative ways. Throw in the wall place in the slums that makes the best cup Carolina. You're not meds that was our symbols no matter what anyone says. Human zone. Trying to see me the bartender to surprise you. Okay. To Pathfinder Runner, we're currently hosting the first St. Garden ambassador to the Nexus. By then, party dudes, we hope you might. If you're not return to the station, we can see you for his visit. I already visited him. Right, I told the MPP, and let's hear a children's story that the mothers used to touch when we were small. From our horse at the time before the skirts, the crew said right down so that could be added to the cultural center of the Nexus. When I was a child, she was very stubborn and willing to any wisdom. Not from her father nor her many mothers. One day, seeking adventure, she snuck aboard a spaceship with an unknown destination. Child was brave to seek adventure, however, she ended up getting spaced with a load of garbage. Literally, she froze in the cold vacuum of space and died. The end. Don't know why the crew who enjoyed it, the terrible story meant to scare youngsters and beings. The novelty to your people. So how do humans keep children from hurting themselves? Okay. Right, whoever sees cooking up the carrot's mouth elbow, she says it's one movie night. Good cause, bad choice of snack. I can do it. Come see me and I'll show you. Oh, for fuck's sakes, you pig. Why? Like, all I wanted to do was do what I was supposed to be doing. But the quest was like, nope, you're not in the port. Like, the fuck you mean I'm not in the port? The quest says, go back to the Tempest, land in the port. What? Thought I told you what Strut sent me a transcript of audio letter that's got me worked up about the colony. Sounds like Mortar's cooking up something. Don't know what's up. Stop arguing me, Brick. Fair time for the initiative. They don't care about us. But they soon. Well, soon. They're gonna know that I'm Overlord, and once I secure my plan, we know tonight that the crew can rule Helios. Then they'll come begging to us. Get Mortar out, get James to go, get everything we need. No Coral can power us down to the Nexus again. Sounds stupid. Can I just fly into the black hole and be done with it?
Now orbiting Kadara.
Safe journeys, everyone. Safe. See, landing zone, Kadara Port. Let's try this fucking again. Before I get 10,000 more quests. Don't know why, but that just really pisses me off, because it's like, okay, so I'll go focus on this planet. And then you get bombarded with every single other quest. And it switches my quest over. No, I am trying to do... The fuck is that? Oh, that. I'm at the fucking port. Fine, be that way again. Travel to the port. I'm at the port. I'm at the. I don't know what they want me to do. Because I'm at the port. It returns me to go back onto that, which will take me back to the Tempest, which is not what I need to do. So. I don't fucking know. It's pissing me off. Because I went back to the ship and then I got bombarded with quests. For no reason. I don't need all these quests. I'm trying to do what I came here to do.
This is our home.
Should have paid your protection fees then.
And Sloan wonders why people join the collective.
What are you doing to these people?
Say that again.
Nothing they weren't expecting. Port's got 2 rules. No guns and pay your protection fees.
Protection fees.
What are you, the mob?
Other way around. Outcasts of the law in Kadara. You got a problem with that? You can join these assholes.
Pathfinder, it will be difficult to find the spy if you're barred from the city.
Fail.
Guess that's true.
What was that?
Nothing. I'll be on my way.
Creep.
I could biologically murder you all. Pushing one button.
You're late.
Ah, mods merchant.
Nice gear. Could find something better. Check the console.
I've been looking for an edge.
Out here, you'll need it.
And those mods. Just in case you need mods. And that's exactly it. Just mods. Good day, Pat, though. New entry for the first time in I guess it's 100 years. Feel like I can breathe. Sure, the air smells like shit, but I got a roof over my head. Food in my gut, no more running, no more Armageddon plant after Armageddon plant. I just explore. That was the whole point, right? We're sort of figuring out the migration patterns of those magic creatures. Maybe the Ligger knows this is her home planet after all. The hell keeps making that irritating noise here?
Doesn't matter. Keep your head down.
Now, what do we have at Kadar Port? Well, we have the quest that I can't do because I don't know. I don't know what they want me to do. I have to go back to fucking Fold.
You won't get away with this. My people won't allow it.
What do you want me to
Not
scan?
for us. The Ungara would have been slaughtered by the Kett.
Ungrateful prick.
How are we supposed to survive out there?
Not my problem. You're no better than the Nexus.
Don't blame us because you couldn't pay your fees.
Sloan's not running a fucking charity.
So what do you want me to scan? You're like, oh, that. I have an arm still.
Kadar is honored by your presence and your credits.
If you've got an issue with me,
Relax.
Black Widow. Not bad. Halberd. So we have Mod Merchant, Weapons Merchant, Armor Merchant. No General Merchant.
Sloan's discount doesn't extend to grunts.
What did you say?
Squishy thing like you needs protection. Got the best armor in all of Kadara.
Well, let me take a
bold
look.
claim. Let's see what you've got.
Everything's on the console.
What console? Ket Unity armor, Maverick Deadeye armor. So that's basically all he has. Eh. Seriously, what keeps making that noise? It's the wind chimes? Fucking irritating, whatever it is. So what's this? These doors are going to slowly drive me inside. I found the LPed headquarters. Hi. Guess I'm not getting in now. Ooh, Davehead. There's a got 2 more crew driving through the stuff we need. Lots don't give a shift. Since messages of distress, I don't trust them. 2 cards of crew I've gone missing this month alone. One of these assholes is to blame. We might all wear the same colors, but these rookies are on the same caliber as you and me. Wait. McAfee? Reminds me of the virus thing. Antivirus thing, I should say.
Running low on filters.
It's probably still a virus thing. Look, Cat Firemon. See, and this is why you explore. I miss things like that. What's on the terminal? Oh, hey, that one. Prison record and Harev. Reason record any treason. Agent and Cat. High pain tolerance even for spy. 4 interrogation sessions to stay on no useful day on the Cat. Sentenced to death by Sloan carrying. Represent the Charlatan, commit suicide before fire sensing. Tried to bypass mandatory tasks, sentenced to 3 broken fingers. So, shouldn't that be useful information since we're looking for the person? No. Apparently we are. Apparently we don't want to look at this.
Step away from the door.
Also, the Krogan voices with those guys really don't match Krogan. Just say. They really don't match Krogan compared to the ones from Mass Effect 2 or 3. Doors. Okay. This is probably important stuff. Things we can't do anything right now to that. So. Let's get out of the squeaky city before I lose my sanity. Or maybe not my sanity. Hey, we made it to a bar.
Is he here?
No. That Krogan looks almost important. Oh, we can wait for a contact.
Hey!
Piss off.
You order, you pay.
I said.
You're gonna stab you with a knife. Oh, fuck you.
You look like you're waiting for someone.
Oh, hey, it's you. Didn't we bang last time? I locked myself up all the romance options.
I've got time for a drink.
Well, we didn't put anything in it. He just grabbed the glasses. I don't even think there's even anything in
Shayna,
it.
but you can call me Reyes. I hate code names.
I was expecting someone more Angaran.
The Resistance pays me to supply information, among other things.
So you're a smuggler.
He's many things.
Your man, Venterev, was arrested by Sloan Kelly, leader of the Outcasts. Word spread about what he did to Moshae Sefa. The people are calling for his execution. And Sloan? She's a woman of the people.
Dress it up however you want. She's a criminal.
You work for the Initiative. Sloane was part of the uprising on the Nexus. I doubt she'll give Ven up easily.
Yeah, well, I can murder everyone.
I'm taking him, with or without her permission.
We're gonna be friends, you and I. There might be another way to get to Ven. You work Sloane. I'll talk to the Resistance.
How do I contact you if things go south?
Okay.
Hey! You gotta pay!
Keep the change.
Always do.
I was gonna say, wait, what am I paying for that empty glass? By myself.
What can I get you? Don't say surprise me.
So what's the latest in Kadara?
The port's on the brink of civil war. The Charlatan and the Collective have been gunning for Sloane's throne. Thought it was all talk until they started killing each other in the Badlands.
You're pretty calm about it.
When you live in a place run by pirates, violence becomes relative. I'm not gonna worry until the shooting's outside my bar.
How do you feel about Sloane? Do you like her?
I like Sloane fine, but her protection fees can go to hell.
She makes you pay for protection?
Yep, and the price of safety keeps getting higher. Can't complain too much, though. The outcasts are my biggest customers.
She makes you pay for protection? You mean like everyone else outside though that just mentioned that and we're being beat up and we rent that outcast guard who told us about that? Sometimes I swear, game does not have any reading of plot flags around us.
You mentioned the Charlatan and the Collective.
Yeah, what about them?
Who are they?
Wow, you're new here. No one knows who the Charlatan is. That's kind of the point. He, she, they, whatever, run the Collective. They like to think of themselves as some kind of spy network. But they're just thugs. Might be a little smarter than the outcasts, but no one's got the moral high ground in Kadara.
That makes sense.
Thanks for the gossip.
Part of the job.
Were you a bartender back in the Milky Way?
Yup.
You like it?
Nope.
So why do it?
It's familiar.
I get that, but yeah.
If you want it familiar, you're in the wrong galaxy.
I am where I am. Bartended on Thestia for 200 years. Thought I wanted a change. Turns out, change sucks.
Well, I'll have a drink.
Whiskey. Neat.
Oh.
That's the only way we serve it.
Whiskey. Of all things. Not like a tall squirrel. Whatever. But hey, at least we get has a drink. We don't get the wibbly wobbly effect like Shepard. I miss the wibbly wobbly effects. Anyway. I was gonna say, you look sus. Don't you look sus? Hi.
Pathfinder. Interested in the Collective's services?
How do you know who I am?
The Collective makes a point of knowing everything and everyone worth knowing in Helios.
You sound more like information brokers than pirates.
The two aren't mutually exclusive.
Words.
What's going on between the Collective and the outcasts?
Officially, nothing.
Unofficially?
Lines are being drawn, Pathfinder. That's all I can say.
Well, tell me about your boss.
Who is the Charlatan? No one seems to have a straight answer.
The Charlatan is our leader and a private individual. Even I haven't seen him in person.
You take orders from a stranger?
I've met representatives. People who speak for the Charlatan and carry out their will. Whoever the Charlatan is, man or woman, they provide information, care, resources. It's ours. That's enough for me.
So what's that called then?
I'm having trouble nailing down what the Collective is exactly.
Understandable. We aren't one thing. Think of us as a service provider. We cater to our clients' needs.
Even if that means killing and stealing from people.
Survival is an ugly business, Pathfinder, but unlike the outcasts, we aren't governed by hate. If the initiative proved reasonable, I'm sure the charlatan would be willing to work with the Nexus.
So how do I do?
Let's say I was interested in joining your little gang. How would I do that?
You're more high profile than our usual members, but it's up to the charlatan who joins. If you have potential, our leader will reach out to you, usually through a representative.
Aren't you technically
And then what?
For some, that's it. Others may have to pass a test. It's different for every recruit.
Well,
Thanks for your
that's
time.
all.
Of course, Pathfinder. Of course.
Okay, now then. Slow door is slow.
Sam, tell me about Sloane Kelly.
Before joining the initiative as head of Nexus Security, Miss Kelly served in the Alliance with a nearly spotless record.
Nearly?
She was involved in multiple altercations with other officers.
A hothead. Great.
I grow with it.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Oh, good for you. Okay, good.
Focus defenses here and here. The Ket have been quiet for too long. What?
Should I curtsy?
That's quite the throne. Should I bow? Kiss your ring?
Very funny. So, what brings a Pathfinder to our humble port?
Venturev. Name ring any bells?
What's he to you? And don't lie to me.
Yeah, fine, I'll be honest with you.
I need him so I can infiltrate a Ket flagship. You've obviously got no love for the cat. I'm doing you a favor.
Kadara is an Angaran port. They want Ven dead, and I want to keep them happy.
This is bigger than local politics.
You don't need Ven. You need his intel. Talk to him before I put his head on a spike.
Fine.
I can work with that.
See? No reason we can't be civilized.
Should have brought refreshments.
Give the Pathfinder access to the holding cells.
Yes, sir.
Who are you?
You're not what I expected, Pathfinder.
I get that a lot.
Keep staying on Sloane's good side, and I'll be really impressed.
So what's your role here?
Are you Sloane's second in command?
She calls me her right-hand Turian. I keep the wheel from squeaking.
The wheel is already squeaking. Like, literally. I've been out there. It's squeaking constantly.
Did you switch sides with Sloane during the mutiny?
I came over on Argnatanus. Never stepped foot on the Nexus.
Information
I ran into some Natana survivors on Havarl.
They're still alive? Must be Rix's doing.
You know Avitus?
We've crossed paths.
The Collective is making waves in Kadara Port. What's the Outcast plan to stay on top?
By not telling our strategies to strangers.
I mean, fail.
You and Sloane seem close.
What about it?
Nothing, just wondering what's the story there.
We met on the Citadel. She punched me in the face when I offered to buy her a drink.
Seriously?
No. Mind your own business, Pathfinder.
Fine, be that way.
See you around, Kaitis.
Like you. We don't sound like
Rules first.
Step guys.
Don't feed the
Go
prisoner.
In. Don't feed the
Don't
prisoner.
touch the prisoner.
Don't touch the prisoner.
And the only thing that passes between you two are words. Got it?
Absolutely.
Words.
I won't cause trouble.
Oh, hi. Stop.
What do you want?
The Archon ship. Where is it?
This a new interrogation tactic? Sloane's getting lazy.
I don't answer to Sloane. I'm a Pathfinder with the initiative.
The one who rescued the Moshai. I know who you are, and what happened on Vold.
Yeah, I did stuff.
You're well informed for someone behind bars.
The rumors hit before I was captured. That's why the mob wants me dead. Even deserters hate me.
The Archon's ship. Where is it?
I never saw it. Got my orders from a Ket transponder. But you could use its frequency to triangulate the Archon's location.
Do you still have it?
I buried it before I was arrested. Should still be outside the city.
Thanks for the intel.
Don't you want to know why I did it? Why I betrayed the Moshai?
Fine.
Enlighten me.
We're losing the war against the Ket, and still, Ephra puts my brothers and sisters in danger to protect a useless old woman.
So you took things into your own hands.
I made the call he wouldn't. The Archon only wanted the Moshai. I thought if I gave her up... I didn't know what the Ket were doing to my people.
So here's the thing. He played that one card, you know? If I give them what they want, maybe they'll stop, you know? But here's the thing, the Ket don't really stop. The Ket turn your people into Ket. Like, even with the Archon, it's like, oh. Maybe she'll tell me about Remnant. Remnant.
You resent Ephra, so the Archon used that against you.
If Ephra was a better leader... it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
And I'll accept the consequences.
You stay here, probably die. I have work to do.
Pathfinder, the communicator is buried outside the ceasefire zone. I suggest bringing a squad.
Vetra, Drac, are you back from whatever it was you were doing?
Yep, our completely legitimate business deal went off without a hitch.
Benefit of bringing a Krogan along.
Tell Gil to prep the Nomad. I need to go outside the city.
Yeah, you're still just saying that, aren't you? I know that's I don't know what that is. Anyway, there's apparently two new quests. Two new quests.
You've all seen a dead body before. Move along.
So I'm going bleed blue.
I could provide
I don't remember them bleeding blue.
He's Angaran. There are multiple lacerations on the face and abdomen.
Another body?
Squeak, squeak.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
There's been more than one murder?
7 by my count. But that's all I know.
Perhaps Mr. Vidal would have more information, Pathfinder.
Of course, he would. Oh, we could hate that. Wait, that's not the city. Where am I going? That is in the bar, isn't it? Okay, let's go there then. Boop. Slow doors are slow. Wait, no, that is not in the bar. Bar leads to this area. I am stupid. But maybe he is in the bar. I don't know where I'm going. Where is Reese? But there's where's Reese? I don't know where's Reese. He's This song almost sounds like a Nova song. Just almost enough to avoid copyrights. Not like EA should have to worry about copyrights, but you know. Okay, so teleport. Do you still say what I think you are? Yep, still say what I think you are. And that internet, tell me what the hell is going on with this. So let's see here. Andromeda, safe journeys. Oh, there was a bug. Oh, let's see. So what does this say? Boof, 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 boof. Now for numerous squares, constantly guide me to the console you brought the temperature. So apparently there was a bug. Great, super. So for the firefighters one too. Also, I love how the bug reporting thing is like, oh, please run the speed test thing. Like, that does not have anything to do with it. Ah, so it's... Basically, I need to go to the thing to be able to leave. While trying to unlock access to slums and to the Badlands and stuff like that. That's why it's there. Just to piss me off. Great, super. Here's assignment for Andromeda Guide, safe journeys. Here's assignment. So yeah, out there. Huh. I mean, the question is our question beyond hill. Cause hey, basically all your quests are gonna point you to this stupid terminal hill. Cause we don't have access to the Kadara tree yet.
It's fine.
What's up?
You okay?
What? Oh, yeah, of course.
Maybe you should freak out more quietly then, so you don't draw attention to yourself.
Shit. Was I that obvious?
Yeah. What's going on?
I joined the Outcasts a few weeks ago. Kaitis tasked me with collecting protection fees. Thought it'd be easy. But we talked to so many people. I got the names mixed up and banished someone who paid their fee.
They didn't protest it?
Of course, she did. But they all do. We don't really listen.
You just kicked her out. No questions asked.
You don't have to guilt trip me. I thought about looking for her, but I can't risk Kaitis finding out I screwed up. I need this job to feed my little brother. Our mom's still in cryo on the Nexus. He's got no one else.
Yep.
Does this convenient little brother have a name?
Eli Wessler. I'm not making this up.
Pathfinder, there is an Eli Wessler recorded in the Nexus database.
Good.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for... What was the exile's name?
Remy Tamayo. She would have gone to the slums for processing. After that, no idea. The warden might know. Everyone who's banished to the Badlands goes through him.
If I have to talk to the warden, is the warden in here somewhere? I don't know. So we go to the transit console. Then we take the lift to the slums. Which is basically what the whole game wants me to do. Also, Liam. Yeah. Better veteran track? Or Jarwin track? Or PB and track? Yeah, PB and track. Still trying to get that one conference. That one conversation. By that code was up there, I was like, why am I hearing voices? So welcome to the slums. The slums also lead to the horrible, but to the Badlands, where everything actually is. But then there's all this other stuff to go talk to too. Go to the water. But the water's getting out radiation for a second though. Oh, guys.
A city under a city.
At the center is Tartarus, a nightclub.
Makes sense.
What do you want?
Do I have to want something?
Yes, this is Kadara. Anyone who doesn't want something is suspicious.
Oh, for fuck's sake, conversation.
What can you tell me about the rest of Kadara?
You mean outside the mountain? It's no man's land. Ceasefire rule doesn't apply there, so don't go walking up to just anyone.
Even the outcasts?
Especially the outcasts. You're packing some serious hardware. I've shot people for less.
Well,
seen any trouble lately?
No more than usual. Murder rate's gone up, but that's not surprising.
Why's that?
More exiles arrive on Kadara every day. Good for trade, but in my experience, more people means more murder.
You're part of Sloane's gang?
Anyone who's anyone joins the outcasts.
What about the collective?
Fuck them. They're nobodies. And when Sloane gives the word, they'll be dead nobodies.
Is this still part of Kadara Port?
You mean is it under Sloane's protection? No. The slums are for exiles who can't pay their protection fees.
Then why are you here? No offense.
To keep the filth in the gutter. You'd be surprised how many people try to sneak up to the docks.
I better get going.
If you see any collective bastards roaming around, shoot them for me.
So which one of you has the quest? Who has the quest? No one who has the quest. Send out no group who can pay the fees, help the one get them through processing that rowdy bunch. I checked out Tartarus for collective activity that just finds drunks and second-rate dancers. Everyone said I should probably scope it out again tonight, best to be thorough. You need to talk to guess. Don't know where she's driving by, I don't know what she's getting into. By the time she comes back from the balance, I swear the road was on fire, missing 2 wheels. Last time I tried to tell her to cool, she just scoffed and said, "Fits my shit, bitches." I know we're all basically pirates out here. Somebody said for a little decorum. So... west? Yes, no, maybe...
Well, this is depressing.
Now you has questions? Ooh, what are those? Soup flask. Content seems to be a simple prop made from the local Florence deemed draw pinchers. Ooh, so I found the soup kitchen. Where's that quest? Ah.
I think it will scar.
We have found a quest.
You look well enough.
My patients are usually leaking from somewhere.
Oh, I'm definitely not leaking.
No leaking here. Just seeing all Kadara has to offer.
A tourist, huh?
Pathfinder, actually.
One survived. Could have used you when we got to Helios. Dr. Ryota Nakamoto. I used to work as the Outcast's physician. Quit after Sloan turned what should have been a medical breakthrough into a drug.
I thought she was supposed to be a woman of the people.
She's whatever she needs to be to stay in power. When we arrived on Kadara, I found a local string of bacteria that shares properties with penicillin.
Quite the find.
It was, until I discovered the drug is addictive and induces hallucinations in large doses. I took my concerns to Sloan. All she saw was an opportunity to make a profit, called the drug Oblivion. But beyond stealing back my formula, there's no way to stop her.
Oh yeah, that's
So let's steal the formula.
Are you crazy? It's heavily guarded. I'm a doctor. I don't know how to fight.
Huh, we do.
The formula's in my old lab. Please don't get killed trying to fix my mistake.
I'll see what I can do. Container. Black market dealer. Thanks for that. What you had?
No discounts. Refunds negotiable.
What you selling? Oh, so you're basically a general merchant. Gotcha. At least you had that. Terminal. Actually, the clinic is finally up and running. Well, clinic is strong words. The shipping container that I scrubbed until my hands were raw. Best I could do. No credits for other supplies is up front, but the people down here need me. If I looked, there was disease or someone injured. I knew life was the poor was bad, but this is worse than I expected. And there's a Oblivion just around the corner against my bed. Just when I tried to appeal to the ghost to lower the dosage, so always see which my efforts with a punch in the stomach. They don't hurt the clan, I'm better keeping it flow as it is. Wonder scopes on mysterious wire crash to my Omni tool. It's the same anonymous donor who keeps leaving supplies in the clinic. The bartender told us who might be from it. He thinks it's charlatan, and apparently he's gone with the collectors to give us gifts to potential recruits. If no one's to join them, I didn't quit Sloan scanning to join no, but I'm in no position to refuse supplies. As long as they keep coming, I'll keep using them.
How toxic can it be?
How toxic can it be?
Ow, shit! Okay, don't touch that.
How toxic can it be? That's toxic. Oh, so by the way, just you know,
The water is highly poisonous, Pathfinder. We shouldn't linger here.
Just, you know, uranium just sitting here. No wonder the water's toxic. Should we raid uranium?
Not a bad little dive.
Are they wearing... No, they're not wearing the outfits. Oh, hey. We got guy dancers this time. Well, that's a change from the usual sorry dancers. We can dance. Also, we have new dance animations compared to the map. Thanks, Bioware. You kept the dance. I appreciate that. You kept the nice fit one dance, everyone. We can dance like Shepherd. Ah, that's great. I need more of that. Okay, I'm happy now. What's up?
What's your poison?
I'm not picky.
My kind of customer. First round's on me. You're more reputable than my usual clientele.
Your bar has a unique design. Something tells me these cages aren't just decorative.
They're for your protection as much as ours. Trust me, my employees can take care of themselves.
Guessing you had issues.
Outlaws and pirates aren't known for their manners. Some customers got rowdy and ended up losing fingers. The bars won't stop a bullet, but it's a clear warning to keep your hands to yourself.
The Outcast or the Collective giving you any trouble?
Not really. They tend to shoot each other in remote places, where no one's looking. That won't last forever. All it takes is one wrong move and things get ugly.
What will you do then?
Board up the place and hold out till the smoke clears.
What was it like after leaving the Nexus?
Oh, it was lovely. One big, smelly mutineer party.
Your sarcasm survived the trip.
What can I say? It sucked. We had limited supplies and nowhere to go. Kadara's paradise in comparison, even with the shite water.
I'll let you get back to it.
Never enough drinks to pour.
Tell her to call later. I'm drinking. And leave the bottle.
Hey, Reese.
Ryder. Glad you're here. I'm sure you've heard about the murders.
There's a fresh body outside Krala's. Some of the locals say it's the charlatan's handiwork.
I don't buy it. The charlatan is discreet, careful. Whoever did this wanted the bodies found.
Making a statement.
But to who?
These deaths could just be the result of living in a pirate-run town.
The killings are too systematic. No. If I was the betting man, and I am, I'd say it was the Rokar.
Why would a Rokar be in Kadara port?
It's Angaran built, and before Sloan, Angaran run. I think the Rokar came here looking for new recruits, and things got out of hand.
And the Angara victims? How do they fit into your theory?
I did some digging. All of the deceased Angara were public Milky Way sympathizers.
So the victims either were from the Milky Way...
or supported us. It's the only pattern I could find.
An Angaran port run by aliens would be a prime target for their cause.
Problem is, I've got no proof. And the Resistance doesn't want to antagonize the Rokar.
Guessing that's where I come in.
I need that fancy AI of yours to scan for evidence that could implicate the Rokar. People are scared, Ryder. This is your opportunity to win friends in Kadara Port.
No, we've done that before.
Looks like I'm adding detective to my growing list of titles.
Detectives find things, and you're...
A pathfinder. Yeah, I got it.
One of the crime scenes isn't far. Give me a call when you get there.
So the question is, am I going back out? Am I staying in? I don't really know. There's a crest in the middle of a rock. I like how I can use my I can use my jump jets and so you're saying that
You there? Got a proposition. Want to make some easy credits?
Well, that depends.
Only if it's legal.
Of course. As you may know,
similarities
Kadara's most
going
valuable trade is scrap and resources stolen from the Nexus. But that well's running dry.
I'm not stealing for you.
Not my goal. My focus is resources native to Andromeda. I have it on good authority there's a large barite deposit in Dralier. Barite's going to be big.
I don't know what
You don't say.
I sent a surveyor to check it out, but he hasn't returned. All I need from you is peace of mind.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Send me his last nav point. I'll check on him.
Much appreciated.
So yeah. Just is a lighter for a cigar. LPed. That person lies there is just a Western bar. Mark is going to be flavored with sulfur. The mining charge bars for weighing agent. Huh. Alright, it is. I think I have to go through the storage to talk to the warden. Trying to think of, as far as there's a problem with all these quests, I can't really tell where they're at. that might be back in the port. That could be in the port. That could be outside. I think these ones here are that. This one here is probably in the port. Just from the picture. Safe journeys doesn't really tell me anything, really. But I'm gonna guess it would be outside. Like almost everything
If
else.
you're thinking of heading into the Badlands, well, you may never come back.
Or at least you actually sound like a crow.
What do you know about the situation out there?
You might say I'm the warden of the Badlands. It's not a place for tourists. Tough beyond these walls.
I can handle it.
A lot of people say that, and then we never see them again. Badlands are Kadara's dumping ground, like a giant prison. When you're too nasty for even this place, we kick you out there.
You mean exiles who get exiled?
Fun
Yep,
times.
worst of the worst. And some of them want to be there. Got secrets to hide, I guess. The water's toxic. Sulfur springs are everywhere. Have a nasty habit of catching fire. Yeah, so have at it. Knock yourself out.
Sounds fun.
I'm looking for a Remy Tamayo. Any idea where I might find her?
Tamayo. Oh, yeah. She's the one who kept insisting she's innocent.
She is innocent. The outcast collecting the fees made a mistake. Remy paid up.
Well, shit. That's never happened before.
Not here to point fingers. I just want to find her.
Look at you, playing the hero. Last time I saw your girl, she was talking with Johan and his crew. Nasty bunch. I'll send you the nav point to their last known location. Prepare for a fight.
Do. Can I
Automated protocols activated. Deploying
Yeah.
forward station.
So welcome to actually Kadara. Now that we've made the actual planet surface. That was fun. So yeah. More quests, more plants. I wish it would grow out properly sometimes. It just does not want to grow out properly. Let's try that again. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have... Is that remnant monolith in front of me? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3. Quest. Memory triggers all over though. Plants. Firefighters. Rocks. Satellite thing. Drop point. Minerals. Memory triggers. The thing. More minerals. Okay, oh yeah. Remedies over there. More plants. Okay. And that's the thing we're after. So yeah. Huh. Not sure how much I'm gonna get done this video. I think I'm gonna go out. Poke that. Maybe hit these. Might work my way that way. Not sure. Spent way too much time getting outside.
I bet I could drink it.
No, Drac, no.
No. No drinking the water.
All right, Sam. Show me what we've got.
Kadara's water is dense with sulfide minerals, the oxidation of which produces toxic streams and lakes.
Yay. So we have that.
So, no skinny dipping?
No dipping at all, Pathfinder. Even the Nomad's shields cannot withstand the water's corrosive
don't drive
properties.
the Nomad in.
The presence of monoliths suggests a vault that might reduce the acidity. However, outlaws, pirates, and other unsavory exiles inhabit Kadara's hills.
Oh, so those hills.
The further you travel from the mountain, the more dangerous it will
I
become.
don't like hills.
Good to know. Let's get out there.
Hills are hard to drive over.
The water's on fire, That's not natural, right?
An exothermic reaction from the sulfuric acid coming in contact with water in the atmosphere.
Great, the water's on fire. Well, that's lovely.
What's with the smudge over your eyes? Trying to be some kind of superhero?
Finally.
Why all the bones? Trying to be some kind of supervillain?
Yes.
Cool.
I've been waiting to tire for that line. Now we no longer need people in our party. Like seriously, I'm waiting to tire for that line. Remember? Tried. We were tripping, Scout and foe. It's like they're never gonna have the line, they're poisoning me up for lines. Finally, why am I up here? It's down now. I don't know. I'm confused by things. Oop, step down. Oop, step down. Because now you get people. Hi, step.
Taking in the view?
It's spectacular. These sulfur pools are dumping grounds for bodies. People hide all sorts of evidence out here.
Clever.
Give them credit for putting the land to good use.
My name's Cineris. One day there'll be a reckoning for all these murders. I'm trying to collect the evidence and account for the victims.
That's just bleeding heart crusader crap. I'd rather collect whatever's on the bodies and make some cash.
This is Drexel, a leech. I'd prefer to shoot him, but that would kind of go against the whole grain of my work. These cesspools are scattered everywhere. If you find any bodies in your travels, let me know. Future justice will thank you.
Thank you, yo.
Or let me know, and I'll thank you right now.
It's lucky out, which means, you know, gonna go find bodies. The bodies marked? The bodies are marked. Isn't that lovely? But wait, are they actually the— oh Jesus! Holy crap! That I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Oh. Looking for bodies. Instead, I burnt myself with oblivion. I don't see any bodies. I hear one. That.
This body was dumped here, as Cineris claimed. I have recorded the location and relevant DNA information for any future investigation.
Good. Well, as he's scanning, just don't touch the water or some of this uranium. Just sitting outside.
The water is highly poisonous, Pathfinder. We shouldn't linger here.
Okay, we're gonna die because I keep touching it. Touching it is bad. I don't want to be over here. Oh God. Why would you? I tried to
tickles.
Dash.
Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information. Pathfinder, my sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby.
Good for it. Is it that? No, it's that back though. Are you a plant sample? No, you're nothing. Oh, jeez. You're a plant sample? You're a plant sample. Both water-rich and full of nutrients, this attractive plant appears to defend against predators with a peppery taste. This to be countered with an enzyme supplement. Good for it. Oh, it's a LPed. Why do we ever pick up that helmeted weirdo? Bastard has to show up all night, even Marcus won't calm him down. Just keeps muttering about picking through the trash on his sled. Between Bastard being nutty and polished or being depressed, feels like the whole team's falling apart. Even finding a new stasis locker didn't cheer anyone up. Why the hell Marcus made me joke or rush past for half an hour? So where am I circus at? We got Bastard starting to bang a ladder, lay door around like he's calling us for dinner. Screw it, I'm getting the picture out of the rover. If he tries anything, it'll be the last mistake he ever makes.
The locker contains personal items. It is registered to the Parcero.
Parchero? This is from the Solarian arc.
Solarians.
That means they got through dark space.
It looks like a salvage team is hunting down these lockers, meaning there's more. The Solarians are out there somewhere.
They also head for shit that no one really needs. Way to go. More bodies. Oh, it's all the way over there. I think I want to head back over here and get the... No. Maybe. If I can. Jesus.
Damn, that hurts!
Yes, it does. Can we stop touching? Where did I park? Back over there.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
So that's if I was a bot, I would be over there. Of course, I can't jump while I do scan. Wait. What?
Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information.
Baby, how are you just standing like that? Best I don't crash. Okay, well that takes care of that stuff.
Gotta say, I was hoping for more yar pirates and less shooty pirates.
No. Sorry, they were, you know, unique, so I thought I could scan them. Nope, they have nice what I hate. So what we got? We have 13. And it looks like there's upwards going off into the distance. Probably up. Probably up. Okay. First we go. Wait, scan the phone. Maybe. No. Hi. Oop. Let's see what we have. Sit down. Should be something on that. Just direction we look at from. That scale. Got that one. 14.
I just checked no additional glyphs in the area.
Good, time to play the game. See how hard this one is. Oh, well that's easy as shit. Compared to Void, that's easy as shit. Well, okay, so this one has to be 16, because this has to be 14, because that one's where it gets a bit complicated. 13, 16, this one would have to be 14, this one would have to be 13, which means this one would have to be 16, which means these two here would have to be the one missing ones. 13 and 14. 13, 14, 15, 16. Boop. Easy.
That did the job. Good going.
It's a bit too easy compared to what we've been dealing with.
One down, 2 to go.
Indeed. That's it. Wow.
Never met someone who wore so much dead stuff.
Yeah, you have. Just not dead on the outside.
That's
Just try and stop me.
done. Yeah. Lovely.
Nakamoto's lab. This is gonna be fun. Took one out.
Matt talk. Not bad.
Watch the grenade!
I think you should not even use it. You're not even using good weapons.
Collective wants to join the fun.
Do I need to count the questions here? I don't know. But it still counts outlaw, right? Maybe not. Oh my gosh, it's better arm. Vanquisher. Looks like a sniper rifle. Yeah, I don't really need that. I don't really need those, but oh.
I am invincible.
Boop. Container.
Locked from the inside. I'll override it.
Says red dot. Is that outside or inside?
Don't hurt me.
That's a PB. I was like, wait a second. I'll deal with you in a second, firstly.
These plants produce the bacteria used in Oblivion.
So anyone with access could make Oblivion?
Apparently.
No, it's a complicated process. The outcasts were only successful because they had Dr. Nakamoto's formula and instructions.
Be with you in a second, first the terminal. Something over re-up. Also, just the dosage way 2 more die on us. It's bad for business. We want them addicted, not dead. Okay, just that monkey should have an out battery for you pronto. As for the doses might be dangerous to just for power or Toronto. Just keep it as it is. What about your medical response? Just do as I say. So hot.
Please, don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Give me the Oblivion formula and you've got nothing to fear. Who are you?
Dr. Irina Ferenth. Ryota sent you, didn't he? With a sob story about Sloan misusing his medical breakthrough.
Something like that.
Oblivion wasn't his breakthrough, it was ours.
Is everyone on this planet a lying asshole?
We always meant Oblivion to be a highly addictive drug. That it has medicinal value was a coincidence.
Then why did Dr. Nakamoto quit the Outcasts?
Ryota didn't quit. He was fired. Pushed Sloan for a bigger cut. You've had what, one conversation with him? I've known Ryota for years. Everything he does for credits.
But you're different.
I place survival above credits. Give Ryota the formula, And I'm as good as dead. Sloan will see to that.
I've seen Sloane's outfit. Not a lot of doctors. You're too valuable to kill.
She'll see it as cooperating with the enemy. Loyalty's more important to Sloan than brains.
You're lying about Dr. Nakamoto to keep the formula.
You willing to bet my life on that?
Well, I've read the terminals. It seems like
Yep.
you're trying to start over.
Fuck you.
Oh, boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. That's one thing down at least. Let's see if we get it.
Annoyed you didn't get a Krogan arc? I mean, I'm not missing the Asari one, but that's different.
And yet somehow we ended up in the exact same place.
This technology is unaffiliated with Kadara's factions, Pathfinder. Its owners are likely criminal class.
Science could have rolled up and died. Look at what they've built, even out here.
Ooh, wild ad. Apparently it's different than regular Addy. And there's more of that. I don't see this outside of technology. What? Sometimes the game, it's like, there's stuff going on. Well. Well. What's that? One of those that guard.
We got targets!
There's an outdoor weapon cache near Pathfinder. I recommend scanning.
It says here this weapon cache is headed for a specific camp. Sam?
With more information, I can determine the source of the transmission.
So scan more of those things. Gotcha.
That was fun.
Everyone dead? Ooh, credits. But seriously, why can't I take one of these? I mean, look at it. Look at it. I mean, just think if you could strap some weapons on this. Still don't understand why we didn't put weapons on. Like, seriously.
Yes, Drac?
Just trying to come up with a nickname. Your name rhymes with sightsee, gutsy.
PB's already a nickname.
No shit. What's it short for?
Pelisaria Basail.
Ah, PB it is.
Oof. That was even an oof. Keep that in my head. Another quest down there, and That's I'm sus. What are you? Oh, terminal. Film security override. Sure. After I was sailing to this homestead, being observed from the nets was a huge shock. Luckily, Dan did that, but at least Sloan to watching out for us and giving us whatever land we want. We have to make a life out here and get our own little lakeside property with a view. The whole thing turned out to be a nightmare. The water's toxic, the lake is a death trap, It's like the plant wants us dead. Now some resort in the Badlands turned into some sort of prison colony. My wife and I are leaving right away. Down, time to pack. We're not staying one more man downhill. I know what those idiots who lived here before were complaining about. This is great. Got the whole place to myself. 2 ways to survive out here. You are high real good or kill anyone who crosses your path before they kill you. I could do both, so I'm all set. The outcast didn't find me all the way out here. Something else said it was a loan and I had to pay it back. How was I supposed to know? I'm gonna be able to get around here just to be sure. Well, there you go. I feel like there should be stuff. Well, I unlocked the upper floors, so let's go see what's on the upper floors. Shall we? I feel like I should be able to scan those without way too far away. So, an audio. Looks like someone died out.
Been hiding from those outcast bastards for 3 days now. They're pulling out all the stops to get their credits back. They haven't eaten in days. So thirsty. Fuck it. I know it should be filtered, but I'm taking my chances. Water is water. Oh, God. This...
Oh, that went well. I'm so sorry about the water being poisoned. It's just a bit of a fucking lie. They tell people to keep them inside the walls. If they tell the truth, then nobody would need someone to go with them all over the Badlands. And that's why I brought up the water is a proper but still water. To see cancer particles floating around in it. Would you even see those if it was? Oh, hi. Oh, that was fun. PP and Driver still amused me. Up a hill, past a hill, somewhere.
Why the pistol, PB? What?
Pathfinder, my sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby.
Damn, you fucker. Sometimes it just has to be irritating. It's like we're in the middle of listening to dialogue. Oh, I've just done a plant sample. Yay! I know God. Thanks, Sam, for listening to that. I know God. By the way, the
nice
temperature's dropping. The temperature's rising. The temperature's dropping.
Why do things keep appearing like this?
Hi.
Greetings. Error. That interaction is not understood. Report logged.
You spent too long around Avena, didn't you?
With the intent of disrupting an enemy attack that is imminent or inevitable.
Or the day before.
Deeper extrapolation on the matter is ongoing.
Hi.
Differential association posits.
Okay then.
What's happening here?
Indeed.
Who are you? Is this your data pad? Are you one of them?
Who are you afraid of? Who is them?
Whoever's behind all this. Everyone's acting crazy, spouting all that nonsense. I can't remember how it started. I'm not even sure how I got here.
What do you mean?
Nobody's in their right mind. And there are these people, others. They showed up and they left this data pad. Ugh.
You okay?
You feeling all right?
Terrible migraines. They strike without warning. I think it's them. I heard one of them say, we left the data pad behind. Ugh. I'm fine now. I'm sorry to trouble you. There was nothing. Be seeing you.
Genocide is the intentional
Data pad? The current are showing no signs of neurology disruption. The patterns remain untrained. Salarian shows signs of resistance for occasional breaks in pattern. We're likely to adjust for Salarian physiology. To be on the safe side, intercode is rotated to that.
Deeper extrapolation on the matter is ongoing.
He exhibits relatively normal brain activity, though there are signs of highly elevated stress.
What can we do for them?
Nothing immediate, though if you scan others, I may be able to locate the source of the signal. They exhibit unusual brain activity. An outside signal is affecting their thought process. Further scans are required. This person shows signs of the same outside interference. I have now traced the source of the signal, marking the nav point on your map.
Okay. Well, that's a thing. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, it's that one. Maybe
You're not supposed to be in here?
Hi. What you got going on here? So, scientist.
What the hell are you doing to those people out there?
It's an experiment.
Physically, no harm has come to them. They're fine.
Okay.
You're doing all this on purpose? Are you insane?
We've been called worse back home.
We used to work for an organization called Cerberus.
Until our boss decided he'd rather spend money on truly crazy ideas like bringing back people from the dead.
Oh, that was fun.
Project Lazarus. Pure voodoo.
But in Andromeda, we're our own masters. And what you saw out there, it's the birth of something amazing. A biological network.
A host of minds all linked together. Connected. We're harnessing the power of consciousness to create a new kind of supercomputer.
I think I should murder you guys just for the fun of it.
What is Cerberus about?
Purity. We think humanity should chart its own course, free of alien laws or the morality designed to hold us back.
Our boss was straying from the path, lost his focus. He and that Lawson woman were recruiting all the wrong people. Friends in low places.
Andromeda is a chance for a do-over. Humanity should call the shots here. The rest can follow our lead.
Well, that should be
What exactly is this experiment doing to those people out there?
The right energy focused at the right frequency can entrain a person's consciousness. The mind is ultimately just electromagnetic patterns.
You mean mind control?
Those people were banished. They're criminals. They were using their minds to make trouble anyway. We thought we'd make better use.
And now, by linking them together, they're like a living computer, but working at the speed of thought. Similar to the computer you've got in your head.
Oh, you know I have that in my head, do you?
What are you doing on Kadara?
The Badlands is a perfect place to do the work that needs to be done. Must be done.
Against all these new threats in Andromeda, it's vital we find an edge for humanity.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
Enough of this. Sam?
I've located the control for the signal. It will shut the experiment down.
We can't stop you, but those people depend on the signal now. Their minds need it to function. Leave them be.
First, I remember when someone chose us know that just means we're on the right track. Now, minds who lack imagination cannot be allowed to hope about the geniuses. Let's not forget what we scaled them from a loose man. Despite retro from around to Larson, you continue to research and unauthorized no research. We already have methods that show great potential mental control over large groups of people. Your particular avenue of inquiry is unnecessary. The fact that merely your services will no longer be required in your position when Cerberus is terminated. Most powerful computer assistance remains to have the biological brain or research to prove their prefer the concept of mental entrainment of receptors by a distance via electromagnetic manipulation. Once entrainment is achieved, multiple receptors conveniently link together such that the mind will form a network of factors, trying to turn them into like the GEF. Once the dream of living in neural networks achieved, the possibilities are staggering. Evolution has shaped the mind of each species in unique ways, providing baseline programming that artificial intelligence from the ground up could never hope to match. Sample mental areas are involved toward war and conquest. Sorts of layers are adapted to complex scientific considerations. Possibilities are limited only by the species we find. While by holding control over multiple species in power, we can unleash awesome computing potential unraveled in the history of technology. Imagine one like a million soaring minds together could accomplish. The purpose of experimentation on live test subjects. Badlands offers unsupervised access to awaiting test subjects free from any lawful or unethical constraints. Yeah, okay then. How about I turn this off?
How do we shut this experiment down, Sam?
I can tune the signal against the scientists as punishment, freeing the people. The victims will likely suffer complications as a result. Or I can alter the nature of the signal to ease the victim's predicament, unlock the system from further changes.
Or I could just walk away and do nothing.
True. Ease victim situation, turn against scientist. Yep.
Turn the signal against these bastards. Make it hurt.
What did you do? What's happening? The river Styx runs through this level of hell, and in it are punished the wrathful and the gloomy. The former are forever lashing out.
At each other piecemeal with their teeth. The latter are gurgling in the black mud, slothful and sullen, withdrawn from the world.
The river Styx runs through this level of hell.
Well, that's so consequences for my actions, you say? Let me tell you this. No. So consequences, right? Bioware said there'd be consequences.
The voice, it's gone. Lost. So lost.
Man, they seem fine.
All of us lost.
Still insane. Maybe not the best option, but oh well. Do 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 do.
Saw some of your scouts.
Dead, probably, otherwise you wouldn't have.
I heard that there should be follow-up. You know what? Nah, let's just end the things here. Before we get into investigating shit, that's safe, right? Okay. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank y'all. Have a nice day. Cause, you know, still have a lot to do in Katara. Fun times. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, next time.